Hello and welcome to our Wonderland. I've been really wanting to get into playing this after playing the two spin-off games to this, and I thought this would be a better time than any to return to this little world. Very excited for it. Okay, well, without further ado, let's start it. Okay, there we go. I had to press the enter key. But we're definitely in for a wild ride if the if they got a bad content warning at the beginning of this. Hope you guys read that, because yeah, there's going to be a lot of touchy subjects and it's going to be, by the sounds of it, very heavy hitting. A lot of fucked up shit, which I'm down for. 11 years old the first time we entered Wonderland. August 3rd, 1998. I would have been 4 years old at the time of this. Is everyone ready? Seems like we've got everything here. This is the biggest tree in the forest, so part is important. Or at least I think it is. Fingers curled tight around the worn edges of the book in my lap. Let my eyes hold to the words on the page. Kisha is closest to me. She's been dubious from the start. The instructions aren't that complicated, really, which doesn't bode much confidence, but she doesn't move to leave. You know, on second thoughts, I'm pretty sure my mum was calling me. Alma's face, Alma's across from me. Face is as white as the time he threw up in Mrs. Grimmia's 6th period. I'll get an earful if she finds me out here, so I'm just gonna... Slowly glance back to the blackness between the trees. Corners of his mouth twitch like he's about to cry. Doesn't leave either. Last time your mum cared about where you were coming out from between her damn legs. Genzo is as salty as ever. But that's Genzo for you. Dying words will probably be a dig at Orlam. Or Orlam's mum. Whoa, what was he doing between his mum's legs? Then there's Bucks. Bucks doesn't understand anything. She's only 9. That's inappropriate, Jen. You're gonna corrupt poor Buxley. Ah, shit. If Bucks doesn't understand that, she needs someone to corrupt her ass pronto. And of course you would be the one. Genzo's the only one who dare swear. It sounds so natural, it makes me jealous. Tried saying hell in the mirror once. I hadn't been able to look at myself in the eye for days. If anyone cares, I resent that comment about my mother. Guys, need to get everyone back on track. If I don't corral them, we will never even get started. Then what would be the point, really? We need to focus, okay? Come on. Lick my lips. Swallow. Fingers are shaking. I press them tighter into the book's yellowed pages. This is gonna work. I'm telling you. This book is like a gazillion years old. Besides, books can't lie. Not like Orland's mum. Hey, what exactly does it say we have to do again? We don't have to break out into a song, do we? Readjust the book in my lap. Finger to the center paragraph in the middle of the page. It's font fancy and curled. By blood alone shall the innocent pass. Travelling hand in hand, where every wish is your command. Your very own Wonderland. Olim's fingers goes back to his mouth. Blood? Buck's eyes widen. Light of the lantern dances off her trembling pupils. Cool. I volunteered to kill Olim. My eyebrow twitches. No one's gonna be killing anyone. No from everyone should be fine. It only works for kids. No adults allowed. Both of us go quiet. Rita glances from one to the next. Kid is chewing on the inside of her cheek. Genzo's brows are furrowed. Bucks has her little fist clenched in excitement. Olim looks about ready to piss himself. Quickest shout from off in the darkness. Well, let's go on with it then. No point sitting here freezing our asses off. This is going to be the hard part. Reach out my Stegosaurus backpack and pull out a small knife I carefully secured in an elastic pencil holder. Blade gleams in the light from the lantern. Got this from the drawer in my kitchen. Should do the trick. I can feel the collected gaze of the group on the knife. Have I mentioned that I really don't like this idea? Olim's fidgeting again. Genzo rolls his eyes. Only about 100 times. Just make sure you clean it before your mum cooks it with it again, yeah? It's just a small knife, the type I've seen my mum use to cut apples. The tip is plenty sharp. Bring the shiny point to the middle of my palm and press. It prickles. Pause. Press my lips together. Pull it across my palm before I can stop to think about it. Slices through the skin like butter. Tears spring to my eyes. Want to swear, sound cool, but honestly, there ever had been a time to swear, it would have been now. But all that comes out is a pained squeak. I blink my eyes open and search the watery veil, see a mote of red forming across my palm. Hickey. Gerda takes my hand. Skin is warm against the growing chill, creeping out from the soggy fissure. Fingers tremble. Cigs, you animal. Blink and the salt water runs down my cheek. Force a smile. It doesn't hurt. You only need a little. That's what the nurse always tells me too. Then she stabs me with a 6-inch needle of death. Olim runs her hand through his sweaty hair, again and again. We all have to do this? Take my hand back from Gidget. Like how she's slowly making her way into frame. Tiny river of blood runs past the bump of my wrist. The pearl-like head at its tips reminds me of a caterpillar. You have to. It's the only way it will work. Pause. I think. Stop tearing at Ick's hand, Bucks. You're starting to scare me. Bucks is leaning forward on her hands and knees, seemingly enraptured by the red ribbon linking down my arm. Gidget grabs a knife from me with a huff. Guys are so weird. I'll go next. Trust Gidget to do anything Ick says. Gidget whirls at Genzo. Knife tip trembling in her grip. Shut up. We all agreed to come out here, didn't we? Not afraid of some stupid little cut. Brings the blade onto her palm, pauses, squeezes her eyes shut, then slices. Not as deep as mine, but it's the blood that matters. Tiny prickles bubble up with a shallow groove, almost like tiny chicken pox. See? She holds her palm with a waggle of her fingers. Didn't hurt at all. Genzo smirks. Are those tears I see, milady? She ignores him. Go on, Olim. It's your turn. Olim blanches. Can see the sweat gathering on his forehead. My turn? Gives her across a knife from Gidget and slides up next to him. Here, I'll help ya. You just stay right there. I can do it myself. Olin scooches backwards so fast he nearly falls over and snatches the knife from Genzo's hand. His freckled cheeks puff out that in what could either be indignation or dread as he brings the tip of the knife to his palm. It takes forever, again, again. Olin tenses up, as though trying to push out an especially large poo. I guess that's one way to describe it. But again and again he pulls it away, tears bubbling in his eyes. Finally he pulls the blade across. That's it. Mosquito do better than that. There's blood, right? That's all that matters. Olin pushes his hand in Genzo's face. There's indeed a tiny spot of red. I cut in before things can veer off track once more. That should be fine. Thanks, Olin. See? Olin puffs up proudly. Gidget turns to Box, who's been watching the whole ordeal go down in rapt silence. Your turn, Buxley. Do you think you can do it? Bux pulls her head, and when Olin gives her the knife, she gouges it straight into her palm. Hand quickly turns red. Man, she is quite the psychopath. Buxley. God almighty, she's a monster. The sight makes me queasy. Bux, you don't need that much. Bux just grins. It doesn't hurt, honest. Like everyone just backs away from her. Holds her hand up and we all back away. Genzo grabs a knife from her. Give me that thing before you kill yourself. Without a second thought, he swipes it across his palm, watching a similar moat to mine. His eyes the groin trench curiously. Circle grows silent, each of us looking down at our sliced palms. That's everyone then. My voice trembles. Moth flutters in front of the lantern. Genzo gnaws at his bottom lip. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but nothing's happening. Is there something else we need to do? Gidget asks, turning towards me. I hear my heart beating in my ears. Everyone's eyes are on me. I don't... I swallow, but the saliva gets stuck in my throat. Glance back down at the book, then it comes to me. Guess maybe we need to hold hands? Hold hands? Well, his voice rises a good octave. Isn't that unhealthy? What if one of us has a disease? I already have you. Yeah, we already have you. What could be worse? Genzo snickers. No one's gonna get sick, Olin. It's fine. Even Gidget sounds unsure. Yeah, at this age, the hand holding is just as bad as doing the do. Well, God forbid you get cooties. Reach out my hand, one towards Bucks and one towards Gadget. A moment of uncertainty. Then both of them reciprocate. Buck's hand is slimy and slick between my fingers. I feel my stomach turn. Gadget's, on the other hand, is warm and soft. Come on, guys. Know that the two are on the opposite end of the circle. Genzo groans. Olin cringes. But they lace their fingers together all the same, then reach out to Gidget and Bucks respectively. Silence returns. Another moth flits to and fro in the front of the lantern. Grasshopper preens itself atop an especially tall blade of grass. Spot an ant circling around or across my bare knee. There's the urge to flick it away. Beautiful moon out tonight. Genzo's gaze is pointing skyward. This isn't working, see? Nothing's happening. Olin seems 1 second away from jerking his hand from Genzo's grip. I don't have an answer. I don't know. What else could it be? This is boring, Buck sighs. I can't keep her entertained any longer, it seems. Am I allowed to go home now? Even Orm is starting to seem more disinterested and anxious. I had failed them. It's okay, Iggy. It's not your fault. Kitty gives my hand a reassuring squeeze. It would have been cool if we were... Sound of something heavy cuts her off, like a large stone sliding across a gravel surface. It's loud and grating, and for just a moment, it feels like the very ground is opening up in front of us, all the way that grunty, scratchy moan makes our hearts thrum. Ends as abruptly as it started. Forest grows silent. God damn it, who was gritting their teeth, or grinding them, I should say? Gotta keep it down. No more crickets, no more cicadas, no more fluttering moss. But the very air is still. I realize my eyes are squeezed shut, crack open first the right, then the left. Everyone is looking at me. No, not at me. Past me. Twist backwards and see the base of the big old willow, tallest tree in the forest. Its trunk like a massive boulder covered in twisty, gnarled roots. And now, very hollow. Now with a very visible and very dark hole on its side. Across from me in the circle, Gonzo hisses between his teeth. Oh shit. Well, this is a cool little song. I like it. Never mind me, I'm just vibing and bopping to it. Oh man, a lot of people worked in the music by this. Don't know how I feel about that anthropomorphic bunny. I don't know why, but it makes me uncomfortable. Hell yeah. I'm definitely already invested in this, so... 20 years later. Oh, we don't get to see what happens when they go into it. Damn. Oh well. Knowing them, they probably ran home scared. Iggy. She asked me before I get the chance to react. Goes for the legs. She always goes for the legs. One meaty hand wraps around my right thigh as another goes for my left. Then the shoulder takes my hips. And at that point, escape is futile. Bucks rises to her full height, and I go with her, straight to it like a sack of potatoes with my ass in the air. Oh, hi there. I don't know how I feel about seeing the tiny little butt crack there. If it isn't my favourite pigmentally challenged little nerd. Bucks laughs. Resulting convulsion is practically making me seasick. Feel like I haven't seen you in years. How the hell are ya? Still doing that computer hacking stuff? Gotta show me how to do that sometime. Hannah always gets on my case cause the computer's doing some weird shit or whatever, but how the hell am I supposed to fix it, you know? Bucks is a little ox. Beefy arms and neck. Chest as wide as my aunt's old minivan. Yeah, quite the contrast to the little girl we saw earlier. Even her laugh means business. Big and hearty, and burgeoning up from her lungs like a firework of sound. I'm great. Just great. I feel the blood rushing to my head. Nose is bumping against the Buck's back somewhere just above the waistline. Glasses are threatening to slip off my ears. Bucks, I can't breathe. Oh, right, yeah. Bugs drops me back to the sidewalk. Takes a moment for the world to stop spinning. So what? Can I get you a beer or something? I got the good stuff. Across from that place just outside town. She claps her hands together. Let me grab you one. Bailey waits for me to acknowledge her question before clumping off towards the porch. Grab my student messenger bag from off the ground. Follow with a hand up to tame my nest of curls. Buck's house is nice. Nice as any of us have managed, to be honest. It's a cozy split level with white shuttered windows and a spacious porch wrapping all the way around the backyard. Type you dream about once you're halfway through college. You realize you have no idea what you're actually doing with your life. I follow Bucks across the porch now, dodging the fake terracotta pots of a few hanging plants along the way. Saw the TV dress out from the screen door leading inside. Pause for just a moment to hang my messenger bag up on one of the railing posts, then start for the steps. It's up. Around the corner, just as Bucks tosses me a beer from the cooler. Billy keeps from dropping it straight onto the deck. Backyard is neat and trim, decorated for the occasion. Picnic table with multicolored plates and napkins. A few strings of red, white and blue flags draped across the trees. Trio of white and green striped lawn chairs. Bucks even has a grill out, air above it wrapping in the heat. Put the tab on my beer and wander towards Bucks, who's grabbing a can of her own. So, what's the new Iggy world? Anything new and exciting? Foam bubbles from her chin as she takes an impatient sip. Can't say much has changed since last year's barbecue. To be honest, still have my apartment over Brookside. Still doing mostly freelance. Had a contract gig for a few months in the spring for a little advertising shop over in Dukan. Nice way to get me out of the house, but the commute was hell. Take a slug from my can, goes down the wrong tube. Never take the inner city bus. Finish with a choked cough. Ha, I'll trust you on that. Buck raises her can towards mine, and we clink them together in tinny sympathy. Yeah. No special friend to keep you in company in that lonely little apartment yet? Take another chug. Longer this time. No, not yet. Well, we gotta get you out more. Get you out of Landbrook. I'm telling ya, there's nothing left here for a bright single centerfold like you. Hell, even I wouldn't still be here if it weren't for the little monster. Better for raising the kids, you know. School district and all. Buck wipes her mouth on the back of her arm and nods her head. At what? I don't know. Guess you finally made the move. Over in Dukan permanently now. No more scooting back and forth. Oh, I say leisurely. Helped her out a few months back, moving her stuff. Surprised she didn't call you. Shit, never got back to her about that. I guess she wanted someone with a little more brawn. Ha, can't argue with that. Buck slaps me on the back and I nearly spit out the beer in my mouth. Once I recover, I attempt to divert the conversation. What about you? Still delivering packages? Buck straightens up at this. Heh, no more door-to-door for me. Just call me a shift manager, Buxley. Oh, congrats. Probably mean more regular hours then, huh? Remember you used to pull some late nights driving the truck. That it does, which sure helps with the mini tornado siren in the room next door. Buck gulps down the rest of her can and crushes it in her palm. Tosses it in an empty trash bag laying on the grass and fishes through the cooler for another. Well, we can ask about, Hannah or the baby. Let's ask about the baby, sure. Speaking of, how's she doing? The baby, I mean. Actually, I feel a little awkward because I don't even know her name. Buck tossed almost nervously. Oh, little Sadie, she's doing, great. Just great. He's a handful. Gives her parents on their feet at all hours of the day and night. But, yeah, she's pretty cute and all. Got her mum's nose, and her dad's, temperament. Close her hands together. But hey, if babies aren't making you wish you never had them, they're not doing their jobs, am I right? Yep, that's definitely why I don't have children on myself. Why I plan to never have children. Press my lips together. Sure, I guess. Must be pretty tough. You don't know the half of it. Haven't had a decent night's sleep since the little fucker was born. Hell, I'd sell my soul for a few uninterrupted hours of sleep at this point. You guys thought of hiring any help? And ruin this blessed opportunity for connection? Hannah would kill me. Guess he had a point. Babies are pretty impressionable after all. Got that right, pressing on their poor mother's nerves. Screen door cracks open before just as quickly slamming shut, pushing towards the porch, just as Hannah walks down the stairs, baby in tow. Well, speak of the devil, there's the little firecracker herself. Bucks raises a beer. Iggy, so good to see you. It's been too long. Those long bangs and pulled back metal hair clips. His eyes look tired. He was half hidden in the purple blanket, but I still see her tiny little nose twitching amongst the soft folds of baby glue. Really has. Sorry for making myself so scarce. Guess I can lose myself in work sometimes. More like your games, am I right? Buck elbows me in the ribs. Laugh not at all awkwardly. Hunter smiles and shifts the baby in his arms. That's not good for your health, you know. Get out and get some sunshine in a while. Well, I mean, as much as you can handle. I'll, try harder. Tend to shift the conversation away from me and my home-like tendencies. This is a little bundle of joy then, yeah? 3 months old yesterday. I lean in for a closer look. Absolutely tiny. Can't help but think that of the cluster of baby rabbits I'd found huddled in the giant planter my mum had on the back patio when I was a kid. So completely helpless. She stares back at me as though she's never seen something stranger in her entire 3 months of life. Don't blame her, to be honest. Hey there, little Sadie. Pretty big eyes you got there. Think you're gonna command the diamond like your mum when you get older? Hunter shifts his way as Sadie begins to fuss. I prefer she take up something that won't threaten every bone in her body on a daily basis. Had enough heart attacks every time Bucks played. Ha, I never broke any bones. Bucks beams as though this is a major accomplishment. Then stops to think. Though there was that one concussion. Hunter rolls his eyes. Yeah, and we're still waiting for you to get over it. Hey, that carries right along. At any rate, have you put the meat on yet, Bucks? The rest of your friends will be here soon, alright? This snaps back into attention. Shit, you're right. Language, Buxley, says not going to develop your penchant for vulgarities. Oh, come on, let the girl live a little. March the mouth over to the grill and start the meat. Alright. Buck wanders off towards the grill, crushing a can and tossing it atop the trash bag along the way. I'll get the appetizers plate ready so you can get something in that tiny tummy of yours. I cock my head to the side. Say it's holding off for solid food already? I was talking to you, Hunter laughs. Let's just say to his other shoulder so he heads back inside. Stand there in silence, blinking. Gaze falls to the grass where the blades that had been under Hunter's feet just a moment ago were struggling to right themselves. Bird whistles somewhere up in the trees. Pick up a hunk of something between my top left molars. Just about to wander over to the picnic table when a feeling of unease trickles down my spine, almost as though someone's eyes are on my back. Oh, that would be all. I'm not surprised. Hey, yeah. For Christ's sake. By the time I twist backwards, Olin's already a good good 5 inches closer than what's socially acceptable for casual conversation. Yeah, hi, Olam. Hey, Olam, I didn't hear you slither up. Take a step backwards. Olam takes a step forward. Looks like he hasn't slept in weeks. Long time no chew the fat. How fares the daily strife? Take an extra large slug of my beer. Oh, you know, same old, same old. You still writing code for the top secret government espionage projects, Mr. Hack and Slash? If by top secret government espionage projects you mean a new website for the recommends this and that, then yes, that's exactly what I've been doing. This amuses him and he laughs. Olam has the weirdest laugh. Like every syllable is perfectly enunciated, with an identical gap between each. Have you ever wondered what he considers this, what he considers that? Shift my way from my left foot to my right, and then back to my left. Surprisingly, the thought never really crossed my mind. I've always been more of a that guy myself, Olam shrugs. Well, have this when you have that, am I right? But you know me, always the superlative fringe of society. Fringe is right. Glanced back towards the house. Bugs is still at the grill. Hunter is nowhere to be seen. I turn back. Somehow Olam seems to be even closer. What about you? You still working at... Actually, I seriously have no clue what you're doing nowadays. Alan and Ellen do data entry at their branch in town. The baby powder guys? I chew on my bottom lip. Not just baby powder. We have all kinds of products for that squirmy little skin tags. Buck should be all over that. You give her a discount? No. I blink. All stares at me with the same off-kilter smile. Then continues. You want to know the secret ingredient in our powder? What helps it gives skin the extra soft sheen? Sucked my entire bottom lip up into my mouth by this point. I'm not sure I want to know. Dead skin cells from real babies. Yeah, don't let Bucks know that. I say with a smirk. Always a kidder. That was a joke, of course. Obviously. But maybe I can get Sadie in the rotation. Okay, don't push it. So, any Mrs. Maxwell in the making tucked away in the man cave of yours? Afraid not. Fraternizing hasn't exactly been top priority in my life, I guess. Beer's almost gone. Squinters looked down into the opening. I know someone who'll be happy to hear that. Springs my head up. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. A smile again. And everything, he laughs. Now you're just weirding me out. As per my usual strategy, I decide to turn the conversation away from myself. What about you? No misinformed member of the fairest sex climbing your steeple? Oh, I have my flings. Really? You? One runs a hand through the sacred curls of bangs tracing the side of his forehead. There's a girl at work who can't keep her hands off me. Insatiable, this one. Real dime, too. Says no man's ever satisfied her the way I do. Really did need to do that. But me, well, I'm looking for more than a smoking hot time in the bedroom, if you catch my drift. Oh, I'm catching it. I need a woman who completes me emotionally, not just sexually. You know what I mean. Practically breathing down my neck now. breath is as hot and his breath is hot as it dances on my skin. I didn't realize they'd gotten so close. 100% my man. What's the girl's name? Sure, let's play into it. Go ahead, 100% my man. I knew I could count on you to understand. You and me aren't so different, you know. Both brilliant intellectuals. Both suave debonaires at the height of our prime. And unfortunately, both dreadfully misunderstood by our peers. Not sure about the suave debonair part, but I feel you're being misunderstood. Then again, I probably need to have more peers before I can be misunderstood by them. You're funnier than I remember. Must be the increasingly deeper-rooted cynicism. Or cynicism, I should say. Sound of footsteps on the porch catches my attention. Aloha, mi amigos, and come to au revoir. The party has officially arrived. This is quickly followed by the dull thud of a cranium on fake terracotta. God damn it. Potted plant right in my face. I'll begin to finish up the last few drops of my beer and wander over to the trash bag to throw the can away. All the followers quite obviously keeping me between himself and the porch. Smile is gone. He's tugging anxiously at his rat tail. Oh gosh, Genzu, I'm sorry. We just hung those up the other day and it completely slipped my mind. Hana pushes open the screen door and steps outside. Quickly wipes out the crumbles of dirt decorating Gensu's shoulders. Not to worry, dear sir. I've been told that brings out the shit-coloured hue of my eyes. Pauses, turns in Hana's direction. What's this gargle of innocent complacency I hear? Am I in the presence of Her Highness, Princess Sadie? I should have worn my tie. Straightens his collar. Hal laughs and shifts Sadie in his other arm. And she always a treat. Anyway, got some things to finish up inside. Iggy and all of them are already out back. Tugs open the screen door and disappears back inside. Ginsu continues the rest of the way across the porch, using his cane to avoid the railings and got himself down the steps into the yard. He immediately spreads his arms. Hey, Iggy! And I thought I smelled something coming out the block. That your new cologne, Olam? Or do you just naturally smell like a horse's ass? All his eyes twitch. Iggs, my man, get over here. Feels like forever. Ginsu motions me over. What is it with everyone picking me up? Lean forward, and as soon as my shoulder touches his, he pulls me into a side hole that nearly breaks my spine. Ginsu is the same teddy bear as always, short, big boned, as he puts it, and with a mouth that can run faster than he can, also as he puts it. I'm even given a familiar whiff of his ubiquitous orange knit cap, as my face is mashed into the top of my head, or top of his head. I've been a little off the grid, I manage. Off the grid of Warfield Rocker. Am I right or am I right? Presses a hand to my chest as he nearly doubles over, laughing. Maybe a little both. Say with a chuckle of my own as I pull myself away. You doing okay? How are things doing at the shop? FTI, my friend. Just got myself a deal with the impound, actually. Gonna send me some of the busted up bikes no one ever picked up. I'll see if I can get them fixed and back on the market. Pieces beaming beneath his sunglasses. More of a passion project, really, but feels good to breathe new life into little tykes. Or shall I say, trikes, eh? Pauses for a moment, then raises his head, nose twitching. That the pungent odor of freshly grilled carcinogens I smell? I turns away from the grill for the first time since our earlier conversation. Bags are coming right up. everyone's hungry. I can always count on you to fill my stomach buckle very thin. Genzo rubs his hands together. Which reminds me, Iggy, Game Rex, you have? Run a hand through my curls. Already eyeing the cooler and wondering if I should grab another beer. Actually, this one game's been really sucking at my time. Guess I control your own airship. There's these terrifying vortexes you have to go through. And don't get me started on the giant fucking tornadoes. Only give in and fish through for the ice for a can. I've been playing a game on my phone called Candy Cudgel. On his shoulders are hunched, so low it's a miracle he doesn't fall over. Genzo ignores him. I played something along the lines a few weeks back. I'm telling ya, something about sweeping skies and swashbuckling heroes that just makes his fist to his chest and shakes his head. Gets me right here. Glances in my direction at the sound of me popping the top of my beer. For a moment I thought they were going to start talking about poop again. I mean, it's like one letter off from being poop instead of pop. I know I tell this every time, but you should really develop one of your own. Got enough crazy kernels up in that noggin of yours to launch your own library. Only if you'll be my main character. Oh, I didn't mean it. Yeah. Okay, only if you'll be my main character. Raise my brows for the smoke. Now there's an idea that guarantees a blockbuster. The indomitable Captain Genzo sets sail across the high seas. No, he sets sail across the sky. That's it, I'm a sky pirate. Sky pirate it is then. Only don't make me one of those fake pirates that goes around helping people. I'm doing this thing and I'm doing it all the way. Murder, battery, aggravated assault, I own this shit. Hell, can even go crazy and throw in some tax fraud in there. I wanna be in this game too. Fine, you can be the swab. Why do you want me to develop something so bad? I mean, it doesn't have to be a game. You should just get out and do something. Do something that will get you out of here. That's what Gidge did. All the Snickers at this. We'll see how long that lasts. Last I heard, she could barely make prints. Hey, at least the lady is trying. Which is more than anyone can say about us lazy fuckers. Am I right or am I right? Genzo pulls an air in my direction with a snort. It's at this point that Bucks finally turns away from the grill, spatula in hand. Burgers are ready, get your hungry faces on. That's what I'm talking about. Genzo claps his hands together. Single fine line, people. Don't rush the grill, Meister. I might be on the table and take my place behind Genzo, who's already waiting patiently by the grill. Bucks is giving the burger a final flip before tossing them on, one at a time onto an oversized plate. First the buns, cutting them somewhat radically in half with a serrated knife, and scouring crumbs all over the grass. Well, at least the ants will probably be happy, and maybe the birds too. Tap Genzo's shoulder gently and say, somewhat rushed, "Oh, by the way, thanks." Genzo raises a brow. For what? Except that is much louder than my statement. I wince, but continue all the same. You're the only one who hasn't asked if I have a girlfriend yet. Genzo shrugs. Hey, it's your life. You do you. Why should I care? Let's snicker for all on behind us. Yeah, why would Genzo care about girls? Everyone knows he sees. Genzo rolls around so fast his cane clocks Orlin across the upper thigh. Orlin leaps. Whoops, didn't see you there, Orlin. Genzo laughs. Sorry, this thing has got a mind of its own sometimes. I open my mouth to say something, but Genzo already turned back to the grill, with his nose turned towards the meat and cheese concoction boxes, stacking atop the plate. And now we feast. Orlin winces and rubs his thighs. Catch a few muttered curse words, but he remains otherwise silent. The air between them feels electric, and not in a good way. Fortunately, the sounds of hurried footsteps on the patio is enough to divert everyone's attention. Glance back as Gidget appears from around the side of the house, face flushed and sweat dotting her forehead. Brings an hand up to smooth the back of her hair, looks around, smiles as she sees us. Sorry I'm late, guys. Traffic coming up 180. It was a nightmare. Gidget perks up. Now there's a sound for sore eyes. Gidget smiles apologetically and starts over. Eyes meet, but she looks away. I didn't miss too much, did I? Buck slaps the top bun down the veggie fortified burger stack. Reading these clowns gossiping like a bunch of schoolgirls. Food's just coming off the grill now, so I say you're right on time. Gunton pulls his arm as though pulling a train whistle. But let's get this train chugging. Every second the food's not going straight into my belly is a crime against humanity. I definitely feel you on that one. It's easy to forget about things in the presence of friends, despite the fact that my reclusive urges continuously tug at me to escape back to the safe haven of my little apartment over in Brookside. I have a good time. Something happens once a year. I can handle it. Besides, despite some of their less desirable quirks, these are the only friends I got. And so I clink cans, gorge myself on burgers and chips and ice cream cake, break up near arguments between Gento and Orlum, bounce Sadie on my knee, and genuinely act like a normal person that's not a complete and total mess of a human being. Once the sun sets, Buck lights the mosquito lanterns, and I take Sadie back inside, and we spend another hour living stories from high school. Even Buck heads in. Just the four of us loitering around like Black Friday shoppers 6 hours before the stores open. I was leaning back against the porch railing, looking up the light polluted sky. Genzo seated on the porch steps, pressing a lighter to a cigarette between his lips. Gidget. Well, Gidget's looking pointedly at me from the other side of the picnic table. I turn to start poking at one of the flag decorations adorning a nearby tree. She seems to take this as an invitation. She wanders over. Hey you. Guess I got her hands folded in front of her, thumb pads kissing. Long time no see. Not the first one to say that today. Some say somewhat idiotically. What can we say? We miss you. She smiles. It's really nice to see you again. I spy a lightning bug flickering on and off by one of the lawn chairs. I'll be gone in a few weeks, hibernating I guess. Do lightning bugs hibernate? I don't say anything, Gidget continues. I moved, you know. Yeah, that's what Buck says. And comes a shame. Sorry, I was a bit of a no-show. Takes her head. It's okay, you're busy, I'm sure. I'm not sure what else to say. So, how's Dukan? There's a lot more going on there than down here. It's definitely a lot, how should I put it, livelier? She laughs. Gidget's laugh has always had an inefficient quality to it. Remember Orla's comment from earlier. You doing fine, money-wise and all that? I'm working part-time as a waitress between gigs. It's enough to get by. And the gigs? 'Cause that's the real question of the hour. Not a laugh, but slightly less bubbly. They're starting to happen. Trying to get an agent. Been reaching out to a few places in Dukan. Since the occasional outreach on my own isn't getting me much, you know? Then again, I've never been all that great at marketing myself. Agent will, what, get you more photo ops? I'm not actually sure myself. Basically, that'll be my marketing person. Look for shoots that suit me. Get my name out there. Pushes a lock of hair behind her ear and lets her gaze fall. Scratching my bare arm, growing chillier. The cicadas are out something awful too. Realize I probably should say something. Ooh, we get to... Are you sure things are okay? She doesn't say anything more, bite the bullet and ask. Guess that look. I looked at she can't believe I just asked that. Her right eyebrow goes up, while her left goes down. Grins just a little too widely. Of course. Why do you ask? I don't know. Just seems like you're trying to do a whole lot all on your own out there. Want to make sure you're staying above water. Glance over again on the stairs. Circus smoke swirling above his head. Maybe it's because you're the only one of us who's left at Lambrook. Feels like you're light years away somehow. Well, you don't need to worry. I always knew that this pass would be hard. But I've got the grit. Curls her hand into her fist, eyes bright. Besides, I got my own personal cheerleader. How could I go wrong? It surprises me. Oh? Who? She smiles. Lass? That's playing with her hand. You, of course. I blink. Oh, right. Sure. One of those brown beetles that only sees the buzz around at night bounces on my nose. Duck backwards and flick it away. Damn things. I glare at it in the darkness. Gidget laughs. Pauses. Iggy takes a step forward. Iggy, God damn it, gotta ruin the moment. Her phone buzzes in her pocket, loud. Must have it on a high setting. Seems to be tense. Pulls it out and turns away. Yeah, poor Iggy seems to be oblivious to what's happening. Face goes bright and light on the screen, and I can't make out the text. Quiet as she reads it. It's hard to crack a joke, 'cause I'm an idiot. Let's go with the new agent. Here's the ass with a grin. New agent? His face goes dark. It's nothing. His last buzz obviously forced. Doesn't seem like nothing. It's got all weird. Sorry, I guess I've been just a little stressed lately. I feel like I really nailed this audition last week, but I just got an update about it. And didn't even get a call back. Sorry, that sucks. It's fine. Another forced laugh. There'll be more, right? Of course, yeah. Plenty more. Plenty more. Hey, you okay? I'm fine. I should go. I'm sorry. I'll talk to you soon. Walks off without another word, grabbing her bag from the picnic table and making a beeline for the porch. Gunnar looks up in confusion as she rushes by. Fuck. Clearly I can't do anything right. Shot on my feet wordlessly in the grass, wander towards the stairs. Genzo pushes himself to his feet at the sound of my approach, wriggling a cigarette up and down between his teeth. She left in a hurry. What happened? Run a hand through my hair. Bad news. Poor gal, you've really been trying, you know. But life has a way of punching you in the face. Repeatedly. With a crowbar. You think she'll be okay? He purses his lips, taps the ash of his cigarette. She's strong enough to stand on her own 2 feet. Anything like me, she'll go cry tonight, and feel better in the morning. You cry? Hey, I'm a sensitive soul. What can I say? When he exhales, the smell of smoke curls itself up into my nostrils. For some reason, this sparks my memory. Oh, hey, about earlier. What, when you spilled beer down the front of your pants? He snickers. Don't worry, we ain't kids anymore. No one thinks you pissed yourself. Set to maybe Orlam, but he doesn't count. Allah, so it carries me to my next sentence. No, I mean what Orlam said. That joke he made about the dead baby skin cells, yeah, it set off my creepo da, too. But then again, what doesn't these days? Am I right or am I right? This rewards me with an elbow in the ribs. Give Orlam a break, would you? Think back to the aura of animosity that had permitted the air between them earlier. Guy's trying his best, same as us. Trying his best to be a douchebag, am I right or am I right? Kenzo, I'm serious. Alright, yeesh. Take a deep drag of his cigarette, lips pursed. Finally, guess I can be a little hard on him. Give him a shoulder pat. Thanks. Hey, for you eggs, anything. Don't be a stranger now, you hear? Sure thing. Touch my back as I start up the porch steps. I pushed on a railing at the top like some kind of vulture. Lips pulled wide in his usual off-kilter smile. Iggy Maxwell, what did you do? Nothing. That didn't look like nothing. He looked pretty upset. I pressed my lips together. She got a text or something. Guess it wasn't good. And she didn't console her? What a waste. I suppose that leaves it up to me to be her knight in shining armor. Go for it. I roll my eyes and reach for my messenger bag, still hanging on the post. Moves before my fingers reach it. Slightest twitch. Almost though someone brushed up against it. I pause. Squint. Tilt my head. Did you start how turn towards Orlam? Did I what? Almost snickers and swings his legs back and forth beneath the railing. Did you see that? Gonna have to be more specific. I see a lot of things. Another snicker. I shake my head. Whatever. Reach again, this time leaving my hand around the strap and tugging it off the post. For just a second, I swear I hear a faint sound of someone giggling. Need to get home. Start to lose it. There's still something I have to do first. Something growing and playing right smack in the middle of my gut. Try to open the screen door and step inside. When the moths fluttering about by the overhead light, I can just vaguely remember the way it bucks to the Buck's bathrooms. Oh, Buck's bathroom, there we go. Much need to pee and washing my hands later. Maneuvering back through the dark hallway to the porch door, when Buck's voice makes me jump. Oh, that's just the way it's gonna be, is it? Glad you're gonna make all the rules. So soft, somewhat hushed, but towards the end, clearly she's losing control of the volume. Oh, because it was my idea to buy a brand new grill when we're having trouble just making the house payments. Not sure what kind of fantasy world you're living in, but grow up. Coming from the other side of the door to the right, a single line of light is painting shadows across the floor underfoot. I stop. Chill on the inside of my cheek. Instantly feeling guilty, but it's not enough to make me move. Ha! Fantasy world? In fantasy world, I wouldn't be woken up every hour by the sounds that makes me want to kill myself. Can we fucking give her something? Give her something? What? Just what are you implying? Come on, a little whiskey? She'd pass right out. You're out of your fucking mind if you think I'm gonna let you feed my infant daughter whiskey. Oh, your infant daughter, is it? What am I, fucking surrogate? Might as well be for how much you seem to care about her. This was the first time you were even around for dinner all week. It was only because your friends were here. Who the fuck cares? It's not like she's gonna remember any of this. I care, Buxley. Not raising this baby myself. Pause. Oh, no you don't. You already had plenty to drink tonight. Clearly not, because I'm still understand the words coming out your mouth. Buxley Crills, do not walk out of this room while I'm talking to you. Footsteps, getting closer. At least there's somewhere in the vicinity of my voice box, and I hot-footed it the rest of the way to the screen door, barely making it outside before I hear the door inside get shoved open. It takes a minute for the tension in my shoulders to release. Even then, I can still hear my heart in my ears. The other breath I hadn't realized I'd been holding, glanced up and see Autumn was still on the railing. That smile was still on his face. We're all to be scared of the dark, can't we? He laughed at his own joke. Every syllable was perfectly enunciated, and an identical gap in between. Yeah, seems like everybody's got their own problems to deal with. Yeah, it's the unfortunate thing of becoming an adult. Woken the next morning to the sound of Mrs. Dornish rolling her trash bin down the driveway. Must be something stuck in one of the wheels, because with each rotation the bin lurches upwards, smacks heavily against the pavement. Roll, roll, smack. Roll, roll, smack. Something hollow bounces on the concrete, and the rolling stops. Picks whatever it is up, tosses it back inside the bin. Roll, roll, smack. Roll, roll, smack. Grand turn towards the wall. Even I know a return to sleep is futile. Give myself another 5 minutes. Push myself out of bed once he starts humming and scraping. What sounds like a rake across the sidewalk. The press of a button, I start the heavily percolations on my caffeine juice. Breakfast is the remaining dregs of my chocolate rice snappers, and once I am adequately engrossed with Sargosi's sustenance, I drag myself to the bathroom and clean myself up. I look awful, but then again, when don't I? Hook a finger around the corner of my mouth, and I pull my lip back to observe the damage to my back filling. It's definitely going to pop out soon, goddamn dentist. It of course has nothing to do with the fact that I never got my wisdom teeth out, despite the constant recommendations. Who has time for that? And the money. Let my lip flop back into place and take to my teeth with a toothbrush. Once the chocolate has vanished from my breath, I splash a little water on my face, tap my cheeks to get the blood flowing, then wander back to grab my coffee and man my usual post at the desk. Computer screen crackles to life, and I massage my temple as I wait for it to finish booting. I'll probably have a headache by the end of the day. Always do after I drink. And it doesn't help that I'll have to put in extra hours to make up for the work I didn't do yesterday. Whatever. Snap my earphones over my ears, put my knees to my chest, pop open my text editor and get to work. 3 cups of coffee, 1 granola bar, and 2 readjustments on my legs later, and I've reached my groove. Nod my head to the music as my fingers dance sporadically, with sporadic rhythms across the keys. Who's calling me? So focused I don't even notice my phone buzzing until it's about to switch over to voicemail. Green phone icon catches my eye, and instinctively snap my hands towards it. Only for the tips of my knuckle to graze the handle of my coffee cup, sending it and last a few sips of coffee towards the carpet. Moving over my body reacts at once, leaving my chair to grab it. I check my headphone cords out as Jack. In the process, I probably blasted dance-worthy beats on my electro swing throughout the entire apartment. This about sends my heart to overdrive, and with a panic twist, reach back for who knows what at this point. My flying hand hits the back of the chair, and my feet pretzel beneath me, and we both go down. It hits the soggy carpet as my phone gives that one last senseless buzz, vibrating itself straight off the desk and onto my chest. God damn it. Pick it up with just as it beats to tell me I have a new message. For fuck's sake. 3 heart attacks past giving a damn at this point. The name of the ID caller says it's Hunter. And given that I don't think he's ever called me before, I know it must be important. Uh-oh. Okay, things are about to get serious. Back down to earth we go. Cut the music off and jab the redial button, balancing the phone between my ear and shoulder as I set the blonding carpet with paper towel wads. Phone rings twice, then connects. Hey, sorry I missed your call. What's up? Paper towels are soaked by this point. The sound that comes through the receiver isn't what I expected. Sobs, hairy sniffles, cough. Hannah, he's crying. Icky. Pause in my carpet clean ministrations. Hannah, what's wrong? Spock, she's gone. I don't know where or what happened. I just woke up this morning and she's gone. There was no note, nothing. It starts a fresh wave of sobs. Icky. She took Sadie. Both of them. They're gone. Cold and a cold and a cold. Box, what have you done? Suddenly fall back onto my rear end, forgetting about the coffee. Sure she didn't say anything last night, or what about an appointment? Anything in the calendar? Maybe you just forgot. His voice shakes. Nothing I wouldn't know, and besides, the car is still in the garage. Pauses. I can't hear him swallow. Nikki, I'm scared. You haven't heard from her, have you? Did she say something last night? Anything strange? I run my hand through my hair. I haven't heard from her since last night. She seemed normal, I guess. I don't know. Nothing stood out to me. Except for the fight. But what would be the point of mentioning that? Hurry reached out to everyone else. No one's heard from her. He sniffs. Been hours now. Don't know what to do. Fuck. Keep trying here. Probably just... You know, Bucks. Probably just forgot to tell you about something. Hey, maybe she wanted to surprise you. I don't know. Whatever it is, I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for it. Another sniff. Mine is quiet for a moment. Then a soft whisper. Yeah. It'll be fine, okay? Just keep trying her. Yeah. Line goes dead. I blink. Hannah? But there's no response. Must have hung up. My phone out as though it might contain some sort of answer. But my only reward is the colourful laser light show that is the default wallpaper. I've never changed. Damn it, Bucks. So I had tossed the phone back onto the desk. I sat back to the waterlogged carpet. Back in high school, Bucks is known to throw temper tantrums, so it honestly wouldn't surprise me if that's what's going on now. But she's a fucking adult. What I said last night is true. She needs to grow up. Look down at the stain on the carpet. My bare-seat desk. Laundry strewn on the floor. A bowl on the computer, or on the counter. A Mickle cereal remnant still stuck to the inside. Right, I'm not the perfect example of adulthood. At least the only victim is myself. Bucks has people that depend on her, and need her. Carry the soggy paper wads to the trash and drop them on yesterday's empty fruit snack box. Coffee dribbles across the mouth of the sharks decorating his front like the blood of their latest kill. Not about to let this incident distract me from my work any longer. Migrate back to the desk and snap my headphones back into place. Still work to do. One last glance at my silent phone, give my cheeks a slap and dive back into the function I'd been 3/4 of the way through finishing. Time to focus. Man, I would not be able to focus if one of my friends were missing. Didn't hear anything else from Hannah for the rest of the day. To be honest, I kind of forgot about him, and Box. Put in a few more hours of work, get hungry, order myself beef and broccoli from the little Chinese place a few blocks over. Get distracted watching videos online, work a bit more, decide that's enough for the day and hack away at my game for an hour or 3. And by that time, my eyes have started to droop. It means it's time to retreat to my bed, read my morning cleansing routine, read for a while under the comforts of my covers. Don't think about Hannah and Bucks again until I turn off my bedside lamp. By that point, so tired that it isn't more than a passing thought, and I bury my head in my pillow. I'm sure it's fine. I'll call tomorrow. I dreamed that night. I'm in the woods and someone's calling me. Chase after the voice in the darkness. Every time I think I'm getting close, it comes from a different direction. Icky. I run faster, the branches whipping at my face, the roots underfoot, threatening to send me stumbling to the dirt. Where are you, Iggy? Run and a run and a run. Run until I can't breathe and I fall to my knees. Darkness is closing in. It was something on the back of my neck. Iggy. Only this time, the voice of a child. Please kill me, Iggy. I gasp and I sit up. Only now I'm back in my bed and the sun is reflecting off the window straight into my eyes. I groan, heart still thudding away inside my chest. Wait a few minutes for my sense of reality to return before shaking my head and climbing out of bed. It's late, far later than I usually wake up. And as I'm taking my first sip of coffee, remember Hannah. Worry bubbles up somewhere around my diaphragm. I should call. That was still the last one of my recent calls. It only takes a second before the phone is ringing. Cuts to the voicemail after the 5th ring. Damn. Gnaw at the inside of my cheek. Balls of worry are starting to turn into a froth. Maybe I try someone else. Pull up my contacts. Who should I call? I'm more inclined to call Gidget, because these two, I don't know if they're going to take it seriously or not, but Gidget seems to be the one who's the more grounded out of the two. But also, she seems to be dealing with her own problems, so I don't know if calling her would be a best idea, but sure, things have been weird the other day, but maybe she's feeling better now. Heck, maybe we could clear the air a bit. Yeah, that too. Better than leaving things on that wonderful note for too long. Press the button next to Gidget's name and bring the phone to my ear. 1 ring. 2. Weird. Gidget's not usually one to leave a phone unanswered. Unless... just doesn't want to talk to me? I grimace. Surely not. When it goes to voicemail, I can't help the feeling of unease in my stomach. Sign end the call without leaving a message. Bring my contacts back up. Now who? Uh-oh. I'm sure they're just all out looking for our friend Box, maybe? Genzo then. Please let him answer. I just need someone to answer. The answer's on the third ring. Huh, thank fucking God. Eggs, isn't this a rare treat? You calling me? What can I do for ya? I saved from another crib. Did Hannah call you? Mine goes quiet. Finally, he did. Yeah. Buck's still gone, isn't she? Said he was gonna go get the cops involved if she wasn't back by this morning. The fuck is wrong with her, Jen? Her voice cracks. Why would she just leave like that? And to take her kid? I almost see Genzo wincing at the other end. Things haven't exactly been great with them for a while. A pause. This isn't the first time something like this has happened either. What? But they... Bring my hand to my forehead, fingers forging dents in my skin. Need to sit down. Tug one of the stools out from under the kitchen counter and slump down. Why haven't I heard about this? Oh, you haven't exactly been around. Gives me a pause. Much as I hate to admit it, it's true. Run my tongue against the back of my top of my teeth. How long has this been going on? Honestly, I was already noticing not long after their wedding, but they've been getting worse recently. Suppose because of the baby. Rest my elbows on the counter, hand going to my hair. Fuck's sake. The wedding? Remember the wedding? Oh, too well, actually. Can't do it, Iggy. I just can't. What do you mean you can't? You love him, don't you? Yes, of course. I mean, I think I do. But it's like, is what I want? If it isn't, parents were the ones who always pushing me to get married. Sin against Jesus and all that if I don't, you know. But fuck, I don't think I've ever been this scared before. Buck's hiding in one of the stalls in the bathroom. They thought it would be hilarious if Bucks wore a suit and Hannah wore a dress. Rather them on their first school dance or something. Not that I would know. Never went to any of these dances. At any rate, she'd be wearing the classy suit, decked out to the nines, hair slicked back. Though when I found her, it'd been a different story. Bow tie rested loosely, buns popped, colour loose, and her knee was bouncing like a fucking grasshopper. But you already said yes. Now everyone's families are waiting out there, waiting for you. Know what it would do to him. Buck wipes his forehead. Or her forehead. But what if I'm not the woman he thinks I am? What if I'm not cut out for this? I mean, you know me, not fucking wife material. A free spirit. Oh my, free spirit my ass box. Talked about wanting a family since high school. Only because that's what I thought I wanted. Maybe that's what my parents always told me I had to do. But maybe that's not really who I am. What if I end up breaking his heart? You'll break his heart if you don't go out there and say I do, Bucks. God, the way he lights up whenever he's looking at you, you're his whole world. Have been since high school. And all of us, we know it. Being a little jealous too, to be honest. I mean, how often do you find someone that loves you that much? Yeah, I guess. Buck stands up, walks over to the mirror, see beads of sweat across her neck. Hannah needs you, Buck, and you need him. Don't go out there today, gonna regret it for the rest of your life. Yeah, you're right. Brings her hands to her head. You're right. And to her collar. I just get a little claustrophobic earlier. Just to the loose ends of her bow tie. Now it's all fucked. Fuck. She starts tugging her collar, mussing the already wrinkled fabrics even more. Hey, stop it. Grab her hands. Don't worry, I've got it. Move the collar over and get to work on the tie. Thanks, Iggy. Hey, what are friends for, huh? Yeah, maybe that wasn't for the best. Iggs? Iggs, you there? Voice in the receiver snaps me out of it. I jerk away from the countertop. Sorry, just thinking. An uneasy feeling of guilt is playing cat's cradle with my ribs. Damn, fuck. Why could I have noticed something sooner? Hey, it wouldn't have helped any, trust me. Besides, we all need our space. Don't beat yourself up over it. Is there anything we can do to help now? I've already tried calling Box myself, but had the same luck as Hannah. I guess she'll be back soon. I've been gone more than a day or so. Call off and come back and we'll put this behind us. For now, at least. Yeah. Line goes quiet. Imagine Genzo on the other side. What's he doing now? Is he at his shop? Home? Has he been worrying about Hannah and Box this whole time? I've been working and playing and sleeping like the shit friend I am? On my eyes. Anyway, I should get back to work. Let me know if you hear anything. Will do. Pause. Random, but you didn't have trouble sleeping last night, did you? Why do you ask? Just had some weird dreams, is all. Can't shake 'em. Anyway, whatever. I'll talk to you later. Yeah, later. Interesting. Put the phone down on the counter with a sigh and curl my fingers into my hair. Insides feel like a twisted knot. Stare at the streak of oil my cheek left behind on the phone screen until my vision blurs. Try to focus, to concentrate on my work. When that fails, switch over to my game. Even that can't distract my thoughts enough to surge the gurgle of unease, turn my bells into a butterfly sanctuary. Dinner eludes me as well. My appetite only coming in short bursts that send me reaching for the half-eaten snacks in my pantry. Don't hear from Hana the rest of the day. No Box, no Genzo, nor anyone for that matter. Normal serenity of solitude has morphed into a feeling of anxious isolation. I find myself reaching more than once towards my phone to ensure that I haven't missed a call or text. Night falls, along with my motivation. I pass the point of even trying to divert my attention. I sat at the window and watched Mrs. Dornish make her third trip to the mailbox that day. I retreat to my bed, figuring I'll play some music and try to relax, get an early night's sleep. Tomorrow should have some answers. Even my normal beats only serve to make my nerves dance in different patterns. Cover my head with my pillow, lay my feet at the head of the bed, move to the floor, move to the chair in the living room. Maybe I should take a walk. Somehow the cool night air sounds tempting. Part of me feels absolutely stifling all of a sudden. Grab my keys and shoes and step outside. Breeze playing with my curls as I start down the sidewalk. Steps are disguised by the hum of the cicadas. Lightning bugs dance around or across the yards. Moth flutters about the streetlights. Each new sweep of the breeze sends the tree leaves into quivering staccato, like hushed whispers taunting me with their secrets. Pass from one street to the next, leaving Brookside behind. Past a little downtown towards development in the north. Fewer houses here, close to my fixed home, just south of the outcropping of woods that somehow hasn't been built over, even after all these years. Palms tingle. Pinprick like scratching that jumps from one nerve ending to the next, makes my fingers twitch. Curl my hand around my chest in an effort to dull the growing spark. Why did I walk all the way out here? Quick lap around the block would have sufficed, but no, had to come here. Stop in the middle of the sidewalk. Gap between the houses, empty lot of grass, tufts and dandelions. Gaze goes towards the shadow of the woods beyond. It's quiet, but still. Not even any lightning bugs anymore. Feet turn towards the lot before I can stop them. Soon, tromping across the uneven track. Stop at the threshold between light and dark. One hand up to trace the bark of the nearest tree. What am I doing? Arm is throbbing now, so 1,000 tiny insects are biting and jabbing and gnawing at the skin. Glance back at the lot, the sidewalk, and the street lights in the distance, at the neighbouring houses with their darkened windows. Then return my gaze to the shadows between the trees. A lilting wisp of wind curling around my ankles, tossing the leaves underfoot. I take a step forward. Bright snaps not more than a few feet away. Heart leaps into my throat. Throw my arms up with a squawk. Who's there? Cripes in a handbag. About scared the bejesus out of me. Pause. Wiggs, is that you? On my arms, I squint as a shadow moves away from a nearby tree. What the hell is he doing all the way out here? What are you doing out here? Could ask you the same thing. Scratch the back of my neck. All of a sudden, feeling terribly awkward. Was just taking a walk. Same. Couldn't sleep? Nah. Grew quiet. Wonder if Genzo had the same urge to get out of the house as I had. So, heart's finally starting to calm. Yeah. You were going there, were you? I guess, wasn't really thinking about it. Me neither. You don't think? I don't know. Guess we won't know if we don't check. Yeah. I'll hoot on somewhere in the darkness. Let's go then. Lead the way. I throw a final glance at the black void between the trees and step inside. The air instantly cools. It's a damp chill, kind that sticks to your skin and weighs down your chest. Press forward through the scattered brush, using my hands to keep from walking face first into a tree. I can hear Genzo's cane whipping through the grass and snapping against the bark behind me. It's eerie the way my body remembers which direction to go, even after this long, in this pitch-black nothingness. Though perhaps it's not memory at all. Memory wouldn't tug at my arm. Memory wouldn't tweak the direction of my toes with every step, leading me further and further into a spongy blackness, where all I can hear is my own heartbeat, echoing off my ribcage. Reach forward, seeking out the bark of the next tree. Only this time, my fingers touch the jagged edges, spins a spark all the way up my arm, and into the back of my throat. I stop. Genzo's cane whacks against my ankles, and he stops too. We're here? Yeah. And so before I even have a chance to check, because I know, how could I not? Biggest tree in the forest, based like a giant boulder choked with winding roots. Then my fingers trace across its surface as I circle around, careful not to trip on the gnarled outgrowths. Halfway around, my hand hits air, come to a halt. Merely the edges are there, around a gap in the side. Hollow echo of stagnant air, far a scent of something sweet. It's open. Take a step back and hear Genzo approach. Jesus. The whole body is crackling with energy now. Even the breeze seems to have shifted, everything moving towards that hole inside the tree. When was the last time? Genzo's voice is a whisper. I know, I don't remember. Only, I do remember. I'd been 16 and gotten in another stupid fight with my parents. Had run out of the house, run into the woods. I'd cut my hand again and again, till the blood ran rivers down my arm. No matter how much I cried and how much I begged, the door had remained shut. It had already closed for me. But now it's open. Open again. And waiting. Waiting for us? Throw a glance at Genzo. I could just make out through the darkness. Got a hand curled up under his hat, now scratching at his scalp. Some part of me always thought it was a dream, you know. He starts softly. Like, you know how you always look back on the good old days, wishing you could go back to simpler times? But actually those times suck just as much as they do now. Something my brain made up to torture the current me. Probably didn't help that we never talked about it after it closed. Elephant in the room and all that. Till we forgot to even forget. By then you don't want to be the one to bring it up in case someone says you're crazy. The hole is staring at us, somehow even darker and even inkier than the surrounding shadows. Void within a void. But it was real, all of it, I finally whisper. Jesus, Genzo says again. For just a moment, back in that circle, the book in my lap, Genzo, Gidget, Olin and Bucks, all staring at me. Wonderland had welcomed us, a world just for us, where all our dreams could come true. But we're no longer kids. Lick my lips, scratch my arm. Something feels wrong. Should we go in? My voice hitches. My vocal cords have reverted back to my days. Somehow I feel like we don't have much of a choice. Yeah, it's as if this place was just pulling us there. Yeah, it's like as if this place was calling to us and wanting us to be here. Move forward towards the hole, poking a score amongst the weeds. There's that scent again, soft, sweet, like a tempting aroma of a candy store. Curls up inside my nostrils. Grab the rounded edges and peek inside, leaning forward on my toes. We're sure it's not just some possum hole? Wouldn't that be Hiller? Genzo from behind. I can't tell if he's joking. Turn my hand to look back, but whack my forehead on the top of the edge and lose my balance. Land with a bruise-inducing thud on my shins. Let a stringer fall at it worked. For just a moment, I'm a teeter-totter, swinging back and forth atop the bottom edge. Then my forward weight wins, and I tilt further and further, until we're straight into the hole. The darkness swallows me. I'm falling. Wind whips my hair, shit summoning water into my eyes. Something feels like it's been sucked up straight into my bowels. On and on and on. Complete nothingness surrounds me, consuming me. At some points, I go completely weightless. Am I still falling? I can't tell. Arms are pieces of floppy spaghetti, undulating in invisible waves. My heart is a meatball. My feet? Are my feet still there? A strange tingly vacuum where my legs should be. Maybe I'm dead. Maybe that really was a possum hole and I just fell smacked into the bottom, hit my head and now I'm in a coma. Something presses against my chest. Freak out for a minute till I realize it's my own hand. I'm falling. I'm suspended. I'm floating. I'm everything all at once. Iggy. It's the voice again. I open my eyes. Or do I close them? The water around me is as dark as the one inside my eyelids. What do you want, Iggy? What do I want? What do you wish for more than anything else in the whole world? I don't know. How am I supposed to answer that? Don't know what I want. Don't want anything. Fingers are starting to tingle. First tiny nibbles of numbness, then building into incessant zaps of electricity. Up my arms they go, growing and growing, into my chest, to my stomach, shooting down into my legs. And loud, so loud I can't hear, I can't think. Just when I think I can't take it anymore, my mind goes blank.